record. Okay, so what I want you to do in your product product assignment, is to do a thorough analysis on the market for your product, and you are evaluating product risk. What is the risk of the product that I've chosen to be sold in this other country? In order to do that, I've got to understand who is my competition. How many business firms are there competing in this market space? What is the price? What is what are some resource constraints? What is the profitability of my product? And this in turn can give me a sense as to how much risk that we have. So when you go to this website on your academic database on campus, IBISWorld, it will help you choose an industry. So I'm going to choose an industry, and let's say let's see something that's good. So let's say bicycle manufacturing, right? And I'm using US, but you could you'll have to do it in that country that you are going to export, and sometimes you might not find information on that country. In that case, you'll have to do some more digging, and very often I found by just putting a Google search saying bicycle industry market share or some Google word, it'll pull up some reports in the world. If I say Tanzania or somewhere, I'll get some articles coming out, but I could try to see in this database if they have anything about global, because they have industry research, but US industry, but there's also world. Can you see global here? Global industry reports. So when I look at, I'm going to click at global industry reports, and let's say you can see mining, manufacturing, there are 13 industries that are here. So I'm going to click on this, let's say global cosmetics. Right? So it's good they're beginning to integrate COVID on that industry. They're going to give you this industry, but I want you to look at on the left-hand side these kinds of main subject headings. These are the kinds of areas I want you to dig into for your industry. Give a snapshot of your industry at a glance, right? So what is, if I go to this key statistics, here's, you should have a snapshot of my industry. The global cosmetic industry is 357 billion, growing 2.2% annually since 2020 and 3.3% since 2020. What are the key external drivers of these industries? The growth in these countries, the world price of crude, global income, global research and development. This industry made 9.7 billion profit, 2.7% profit margin. There are about 13,000 businesses in this area. Remember, we talked about the diamond, Porter diamond. So here's something about the industry structure and a SWOT analysis. So this is who are the major players, right? So 9.5% of the market share is L'Oreal, 7% is Unilever. So looks like there's a wide open market, but the question is how accessible it is. But these are the two big players. And again, there are different kinds of sub-segments. And so which particular area is your product? And if you say fragrances, It's 11% of this global market, right? And then what are some of the key trends in this industries? Consumers 13 to 24, and so on. And there's a summary of it. So, you see some of these key areas is what I want you to make sure that you have it in your paper. Like, who are the big players? What's the market? Who's your competition? What do you know about prices? What do you know about competition? And if you can access, I would encourage you to find something easy like this for your product case study, because you don't have to spend a whole lot of time searching. The information is in this database, but sometimes people choose something unique because they really want to do it, and it's in a country that they really want to study, and they have the toughest time finding data, right? But the purpose of this assignment is for you to understand what is good market research. And this is good market research. And this is a good source for market research. So use it, make your case, and then you'll find you're basically trying to figure out, I'm going to introduce this now into this country. Now, this is the global market. You want to find out the market so let's say cosmetic market in Tanzania. To see what kind of, so it looks like you might find these reports, but they might cost money. You might find a general, when you click on this, you might find a general description of it, right? That could help you in your research paper. Sometimes these are free, sometimes these are expensive, but you'll have to start searching for articles like this to make sure that you get more country-specific information on your market. And so you got to look here. You're going to look at, go back to the database on ProQuest right here. So you go to our database, let's say ProQuest database here, ProQuest database, and see, because you want to have in your articles some journal articles too, and not just popular magazines. And ProQuest or Google Scholar. So see, there's some articles, some of them are newspaper articles. You can't have all of this as your only source, but you are going to look through and do a literature review to find out, can you find some good quality articles on Tanzania. But you notice I'm going to have a tough time finding it, because maybe there's not so much information, and that's why it's going to be more digging that has to happen. So do you get a sense as to what's you need in that paper?